elementary school teachers, maybe you've been reassigned to NAIS JAX, maybe you just have a lot of kids in elementary school. This community is definitely for you. We are in Green Cove Springs today in Amberley, and this is a brand new community. Only 30 homes have closed so far. The amenity center is not even completed yet. They plan to have over 700 houses here altogether. And here's the kicker. It is built around one of the best elementary schools in Clay County. So we're gonna check out this floor plan. This is called the Vero. This is by Dreamfinders. They're the only builder here in the community. They have two different series as well. One is a more basic and one is more for build, design, get more fancy with it, if you will. But again, this is the Vero. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,500 square foot home, 2-car garage. I like it. It has a great front lanai here. They're all covered. So let's check it out. Dreamfinder home. So we have hardy board here. It's like a concrete board fashioned to look like wood. Has a great little aesthetic to it, but very common here and great for holding your air conditioning in. Now we're walking in the front door. I immediately love this grand entry to me. You have the stairs, and then right there is your living space down to the main area living. Your bedrooms, you're going to have 3 bedrooms upstairs, your primary and 2 bedrooms for the kids or whoever. And then downstairs, you have 1 bedroom. It is suited to be an office right now, so you'll see. And then you have a full bath as well. And the great part about this 1 bedroom down here, as you'll see, so this is the garage entry right here. And this is sort of like a mudroom area. You don't get that often. For me, it's important to kick those shoes off, put everything away. I don't want any clutter in my house. So that's right there, the garage door, 2-car garage. You come in, then you have a bedroom or office and a full bath right here. You have your double pane window. None of that heat's gonna get in. Pretty standard closet here. So they do have tile. The tile here looks great. It is tile, but it looks like wood. It's supposed to have that wood grain. So to me, I think it's a great aesthetic. Some people don't like tile. You know, maybe you spill something in the grout, more trouble later, but I think it looks great. And again, this grand entry area, you have natural lighting, 4 windows all throughout. You can see 3 there. There's another one over there, but just brings in all that natural lighting. The house does face the east, so all that light's going to come right in. All right, so make our way to the living area. Kind of have a nice little nook area here between the hallway. Then you come around into our actual living space. Now on the floor plan, this does say cafe right here next to the kitchen and the fridge. So a little breakfast bar, very perfect for that right there. You have 2 separate outlets as well. Just plug in that espresso machine. Let's make our way to the kitchen. Another great thing, Dreamfinders always has lots of beautiful lighting. They get the windows in the right spots. All right, so we have quartz countertop. So not the, you hear quartz, whatever, that's standard. Now everyone thinks marble, limestone. Yeah, those are great names, and they definitely pop. Now quartz is great because it is just so durable. Okay, it's scratch resistant, stain resistant. It's just great for an actual practical home. Marble stains, it etches, so does limestone. So something to keep in mind, you do want quartz. And this is that nice 1 thick inch counter. Dreamfinders they have very generous island counters on basically all their floor plans. So if that's something you want, definitely check out all their floor plans. They do 42-inch cabinets. It just looks great. They have the crown molding on top. It just really pops. The backsplash here, that's 5-inch. It pops a little bit, and it's thick. It's the same counter. And one thing on this model that I was told will be different in the future. Again, I told you these are all new. So they made some tweaks. So this is a 6.5 foot, just 2-door slider. He's telling me that from now on they're doing 3-way 8-footers, and that just looks amazing. It really does. So that comes out here to the lanai. Again, you got covered lanai. Lots of your natural window space. And this is that same hardy board. They can do it in larger planks. So the front you saw was that kind of wood aesthetic where it's planked out. This is a full panel that they have here. It's the same material. There's what they look like on the outside. Nice 2 stories. Then you'll find your condenser out here on the other side, typically right there. It's never going to be on the side just because noise will echo through. So it's typically on the back unless you have a weird kind of suited lot. But this one's on the lake. And so there's Shadowlawn Elementary right behind me. That's the one everyone wants to be at. Everyone wants to teach at. And so we're kind of dead center in this community where it's going to be. So the community in the future is going to wrap all the way around that elementary school. Check out our kitchen space. We got our living space. We'd have our breakfast bar here. Underneath the stairs is nice bit of storage as well. Dreamfinders always seems to find a way to get the most out of it. Some of their other plans, it goes even further, but lots of space here. I've seen some people make it like a little doggy room. Sometimes it's like the kids storage. If you have younger kids, you know, all those toys get everywhere, pain in the butt. So that's a perfect place. Now it comes up to a nice spacious loft. So it's like a second living area. You know, you got that hermit that doesn't want to leave the room, you know, that teenager or whatever. So, all right, we're going to go through. They got the couch suited here, got the TV already there. So you kind of get a feel, that second living room, the loft area. Your laundry is up here as well, right across from here. So, you know, get laundry done, hang out, watch TV. Primary is behind us as well. We'll get to that next. We're going to go through this little hallway. We have 2 bedrooms and a full bath. This bedroom is about the exact same size as the one below, and it's actually right above it floor plan wise. We have this one. This bedroom's a little bit bigger. You see the bunk bed here, so a little bit more space. And this one faces the front of the home, facing the east. We got our full bath, and you have dual sinks, which is really nice. So no one's fighting. So if you got a girl, you know, girl and a guy, teenager, whatever, brother and sister, you know, I grew up with an older sister, and I used to do things just to make her mad. So having that separated probably really helps. Then you have the isolated toilet and shower. So they can still take care of their business in the sink, and maybe someone go to the bathroom or take a shower. You do have the window there, bringing in that natural light, which is nice. So this series, and you'll find a lot, this is just like a simple tub around. Very easy to take out if you wanted to get fancy and do some tile, or maybe just change it in a different way, whatever you want to be. It's very easy takeout, which is convenient. All right, so on to the primary suite. I really love the bathroom, one of my favorite, but the view is great too. Good size master. Masters these days are kind of lackluster, in my opinion, so it's a good size. There we go. That's out to the loft in our bathroom. We have one whole wall taking up our sink counter space here. His and hers. And kind of like a down staging area. Probably be taken over by the wife anyway. What's the matter? And so this one still, maybe you want a little bit more. So what I believe is that along with the slider, the 8-foot slider glass, that they're going to do tile in the primary suites now. Because this is that same tub around, you know, it's not really, doesn't really have that oomph to it when you walk in the master suite. But we have a massive master closet. You know, this is definitely big enough size where you can maybe do like if you're a gun owner or whatever, you can do like a gun safe right here, even like a small desk, a little hobby desk, or, you know, bookkeeping area. You know, it's definitely big enough for that. And then, you know, your closed off door toilet. That's priceless to me. That is priceless. All right, let me give you that view. You can't really see it, but so from here, there's that elementary school right across the lake. Here is an aerial view of Shadowlawn Elementary School, and we are panning left to the very first phase of Amberley. And you're probably looking around wondering, hey, where's my pool? Where's my amenities that I'm paying for? Why am I paying this bond, this HOA? And where's it at? And you're right, it's not up yet. And they're expecting at least a year before it is. Now you're wondering to yourself, why the heck would I move here and pay that if I'm not going to be able to use that? And what it boils down to is a bargaining chip, a leveraging tool. And you just say that really, we work with them. We tell them, say, hey, they're not going to be able to enjoy any amenities here. So how can we remedy this situation? What can we do for the buyer to make them happy about not being able to use the pool or their kids go to the park? And these builders are happy to accommodate, to be honest. Here we have the home site map for Amberley, and you can see the elementary school. It is in the center there. It's in the white blocked area, but you can see all of the future lots that they have phased out here. Now, the tan lots are going to be the 40-foot wide lots here. That's going to be mostly in the very beginning phases. You also have yellow lots. Those are the 50-foot wide, and your black lots are 60-foot wide lots. Now, there are 2 separate series. One is more standard and one is more designer friendly. You get in there and pick your features with the design center and pick schemes. Now, most of that design center building is going to be for the 60-foot lots that you see. But down the center here, these 50-foot lots that have the little black stripes through them as well, those will be designer too. So altogether over 700. Here's our map. You have the amenity center kind of dead center of the whole community, almost like an island there. That's going to be your pool, clubhouse, green space, pickleball, all of that.
And here's a little better look at the design that they have for the amenity island, if you will. But another thing that I was just kind of pondering on was that this school area, it was just a very isolated area before this community came to be. So the demographics and median income of a home of these students is going to be a dramatic, almost retrofit for this whole school. And I think that's why a lot of people are excited. This whole community can almost take over that school.
All right, we just got done checking out the Vero floor plan by Dreamfinders Homes here. Again, we are in Amberley. This is a brand new community. Only 30 homes have been closed so far, and they plan on having over 700 in the community altogether. The amenity center is not even closed yet, so if you're trying to get in a community early, this would be a great one to choose. You have the First Coast Expressway very close nearby, so you don't even have to technically work or commute, whatever. You don't have to think about that too much because that First Coast Expressway is going to get you a lot of places in a hurry. But again, the major draw to this community is the Shadowlawn Elementary School within walking distance. I'm looking over right there right now, probably 500 yards right over this lake. So if you're an elementary school teacher looking for a job around the area, perfect community for it. Or if you're like me and have a bunch of kids that are in their younger ages and maybe you want to be able to get them quick. You don't want to drive to pick them up from school, or just, maybe you just want to be by the school, whatever it may be. So that's perfect. Walk your kids to school every morning. That's something only a few of us can do. So it's nice. But what is Green Cove? So Green Cove Springs is named after the mineral springs in the area. The downtown park has a most popular one, and it is now a pool. So it was a spring fed, it was a spring feeding into the river there, and they've made it into a pool. It flows about 80,000 gallons per hour, stays about 77 degrees. It's really nice, but it comes in and it circulates right out of the pool area and goes into the river still. So you can get a day pass. It's very cheap, just a couple bucks. And it's just a great environment there. The park is beautiful altogether. You have lots of oak trees making a nice shaded canopy. 2 different playgrounds, one's for sort of older kids, maybe about 10 or so, and then they have a toddler park right there as well. There are some World War II kind of memorials around there, little placards. And then you have a fishing pier. One of my favorite parks is the downtown Green Cove Springs parks. It's just offers a lot. You have some coffee shops there, little sandwich shops. Just a great aesthetic, really. And then the county courthouse is situated right there as well, right outside of downtown, but just a great looking building. Maybe I sound like a dork a little bit for that, but I like a good looking building. But besides the downtown area, you a little bit north of there, you have Camp Chawanaw Park. Yeah, correct me on that one, but it's about 150 acres of outdoor recreational activity. You have Black Creek in there as well, so kayaking, paddleboarding. You have cabins and camping areas, a fishing pier. So a cool little area. I would definitely check out Camp Chawanaw Park. Then if you go about 25 minutes northwest around the Oakleaf area, you have Jennings State Forest. This is 25,000 acres, have over 30 miles of hiking trails, little creeks all throughout there. Definitely where you want to go, but stay safe out there. Snakes, gators, all that in between. That downtown park area I mentioned as well, from the spring to the fall, every second Friday, they have a big food truck meeting there that comes. Definitely something to take the family to on a Friday. Go get some food, try something new. They usually have some staging for some local music going on as well. You're not going to find a lot of strip malls or shopping around here. We're kind of out isolated a little bit. This is newer ground, so to speak. So that First Coast Expressway I mentioned, it's kind of leading the way for these newer communities to get in the door. Now, we are lucky. There is a Winn-Dixie and a Publix, both under 5 miles from here. So you have 2 different options for your groceries. One of my favorite hobbies is going to be golfing. So if you're a golfer to this area, the closest course is going to be Magnolia Point. That's going to be closer to that downtown Green Cove area I mentioned. So we're just west of there. But you also have Eagle Landing north of us, and that is a stellar course. It's going to be your most expensive, prominent course within 30 minutes of here. And if you're a sports fan like me, we are not far from the Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium. It is currently going under renovations. So this coming year, 2027, the Jaguars will play there. But for the next few years after that, they're actually going to be playing in Orlando while this renovation of the stadium goes on. There's a huge overhaul of downtown Jacksonville. So besides that stadium getting it redone, Five-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. Now they have concerts left and right. They actually host the Icemen, which is a hockey team. Definitely entertaining. Go if you can. But that's a great venue there locally. And then you have the Jumbo Shrimp. You got Division II baseball right there. They're all within about a mile of each other downtown Jacksonville, and that's not far from here. You know, you're traveling less than 45 minutes to get to those. So if you want a date night, go somewhere crazy, go shopping, go to a football game, you got that possibility. If you're a frequent flyer or need to travel, I just put it in my GPS from this location right now, 47 minutes to Jacksonville International Airport. And maybe you're in the military. Maybe a perfect situation would be you're in the military, maybe your spouse is an elementary school teacher and you have a bunch of elementary school kids. So she could work there, he or she could work there, your kids could go there, and you're only 30 minutes from NAS Jax in case you get reassigned there. You know, I don't know the proper nomenclature, but 30 minutes there, First Coast Expressway, get right to it. Now, I already told you about Shadowlawn Elementary School. That would be the elementary school you would go to if you lived here. And as far as middle school, you would go to Lake Asbury Junior High, and high schoolers will go to Clay High School. Clay High School has a stellar wrestling team. Wrestling is huge here. They go to state all the time. They whooped our butt. I went to Pedro Menendez. They're killer. They had a great football team at the time, but great wrestling team. Just a little tidbit there. All right, we checked out the Vero floor plan, this 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,500 square foot home. We talked about Green Cove. And now we're going to talk about the community Amberley itself. Again, I said this is very new. Only 30 people have moved in here so far, and they plan to have over 730 altogether. Now, in this community, you can expect 3 different lot options. You have 40-foot wide, 50-foot wide, and 60-foot wide lots. Now, starting at your 40-foot lot, you can expect about a $1,600 a year added to your tax base for the bond. 50-foot lots, you can expect about a $1,900 bond. 60-foot lots, you can expect around $2,300. Now, this is added to your taxes each year, so it makes it a little bit easier to pay instead of a monthly bill. Yeah, it's attached to your mortgage, but it's already situated, kind of forget it and just pay. The HOA will always stay the same. It doesn't matter what your lot size will be, and it's just at $626 a year. So altogether, the person on a 40-foot lot can expect $2,200 a year going to your HOA and CDD. That's going to cover all your community expenses. The 50-foot lot person is around $2,600 and the 60-foot lot person around $2,900. So in this community, you can expect 2 different series of floor plans by the builder. And one is more basic and one is more designed for building and getting more kind of playful with what you can do in the house. They have some 3-car garage plans as well, and they also have floor plans in the 3,500 square foot range. All right, now just 5 minutes up the road north of Amberley, we have the Ronnie Van Zant Memorial Park. They have a 36-hole disc golf course here. They have tennis courts, pickleball, a massive playground for your kids, public bathroom, very rural, lots of pine trees, trails, a fishing pond. So we're going to check that out because this is just 5 minutes away from the community, next to all your new shopping and everything I mentioned before. And we'll get a little insider view here. So beautiful day to be out here, rocking my Jags gear. Now, who is Ronnie Van Zant? So Ronnie Van Zant is a local from Jacksonville, right? And he's the lead singer of Lynyrd Skynyrd. Now, his brother, Donnie Van Zant, is the head of 38 Special. So they come from the west side of Jacksonville, lots of southern rock roots here. But again, we are in Green Cove still, so this is south of Jacksonville, but Ronnie Van Zant Memorial Park, beautiful here. It's a big park. Reminds me of how Central Park in New York is kind of in the center of everything. It's just like this. You'll see some aerial views here. We have all brand new community living around here. This park has been here and the communities came after. The shopping came after. So it's just a very older feel park. It's very cool here. So we're going to look around a little bit, show you what I can. Take some aerials. Definitely want to show you the playground equipment. This is great for kids. It says that there's a ninja course somewhere in the back there, so we're going to check that out. I'm going to show you the fishing pond that's in the back there too. So lots of stuff going on here, and this is really in this like next to the expressway as well. So even if you don't live in Amberley, this is easily accessible. All right, we made our way to the back of the park here, and we have this nice lake. Look at it. It's all has a big border, fence border around it. There are duck, carp, bass, bluegill. A few different species in here, lots of turtle. So very cool in the back of the park here. Little out docks all throughout here. So 1, 2, 3, I think there's about 5 altogether. Very cool. And again, the park doesn't end here. It goes much further past it as well. But it's mostly trails. But as of right now, you know, this is a Sunday. We've got a lot of kids out here fishing. Lots of families doing stuff. It's very cool. And in the center of the lake here, they have a little island. Not supposed to go to it. Obviously, there's no way to get to it, but you know, just cool. Brings it all in. All right, so that was Ronnie Van Zant Memorial Park. Now I want to show you the new shopping and grocery center plaza, the strip mall really, that is right next to this park and where you would be doing your grocery shopping coming up next. All right, we are 5 minutes away from Amberley. We just left Ronnie Van Zant Park. This is just a skip from there, just 2-minute drive from there. And behind us, so this is going to be our closest grocery store. We have Winn-Dixie. Now, Winn-Dixie is a Jacksonville-based grocery store, SE Grocers. They've been there since the 40s. So they have a heavy presence here. You'll notice them. It's a smaller grocery store. They're like Publix, but red. Same operation they got going on. But what you can find here, you go to a Publix or a Winn-Dixie, and you could always find a takeout place. So if you're looking for takeout, find a Publix, find a Winn-Dixie. But for instance, in this plaza, we have a Subway. Let's see, we have a Subway, a dentist, a hair studio, a vape, smoke shop, Master Walk, got your takeout, a nail shop, and Mangio's, a pizza place. Now, all that is in this plaza. This is called Asbury Commons. So that's a lot right there. And they're also building, you have new studios right here, or new suites would be the right word. But I see they have a pediatrics Ascension St. Vincent's going in right here, brand new. And it looks like a dance and tumbling studio next to it as well. But there's empty suites right there. So maybe a business like you, or maybe check it out when you're coming this way. And then you have a Baptist primary care right behind me as well. So they're really building up this area. As you can see, they're building around homes. So they need the support system in place for all these people. So Winn-Dixie, come here. This will be your closest shopping again. And keep an eye out for these suites, see what's going to be in them next. I hope you're sticking around. We just checked out the grocery, the shopping around here. And I forgot there's a really cool restaurant, sports bar, grill, just right here as well. Everything's right around here. We're not going to go in. I don't have time to go eat, but it's very cool. I want to show you the outside so you can, check it out for yourself. Okay, I lied. I'm getting a to-go order. I don't have time to sit and eat, but I do got time to get it to go. So we're going to check it out. This is Dalton's Sports Bar and Grill. Very cool looking. I think a Roadhouse when I hear Dalton. It's very country vibe in here. It's not Roadhousey, but let's check it out. Very cool. Okay, we made it back. I got some bone-in wings from Dalton's. I brought it back here. Green bean as the side. I've never gotten any food from there before. I'm really not there. They opened up in 22, they said. They're originally in Middleburg, which is a little bit more out west, but all these new communities coming up around here, it was just a better business decision from what they're telling me. So I got the bone-in wings, hot, and boy, filled up the car. You know that smell just sitting in the car, make you hungry. Let's check them out. All right, I'm not gonna make you watch me eat them or anything because that's weird. I'm not some influencer or anything, and we also got the green beans. So that was a lunch special, like 12 and change, 14 after taxes, comes with a drink. So Dalton's, cool place. Green Cove, is it for you? Let me know. So if you're trying to figure out if Clay County is for you, or maybe anywhere else in Northeast Florida, just click the link in the description and book a Calendly consultation with me and we can figure it out.